Hi everyone, and welcome to the first of our February Love Your Body sessions. It is the month of love, and of course we know we have to look after ourselves as well. So these sessions are going to be about 25 minutes, so you can fit them into a 30-minute lunch break, perhaps if you've got one. You don't need a mat, I just have one because I've got a wooden floor. The only equipment you're going to need is obviously a drink, and then a towel, just a hand towel that's just rolled up. If of course you do happen to have a resistance band like these, it can be an open loop one or it can be a closed loop, then of course feel free to use those. But for the exercises we're going to do, a hand towel works absolutely fine. But these sessions are just going to work around really simple exercises that you can do at home on a lunch break or in the morning before you start work, where you can just get some exercise, feel good and set yourselves up for the day. Okay, so ready, off we go. So all we're going to do to start is we're just going to take into a nice march. So just keep everything at your pace. We're going to go nice and light on the toes. We're just picking those knees up and move the arms as well. So you want to be moving as much of the body as you can. Lovely. Okay, now take that march just a little bit wider. Still remember to pick those knees up. Might feel a little bit strange. And back together. And back wide. And together. One last time wide. This just gets the hips moving in different directions. If you've been sat down a lot during the day, helps with some mobility. And back together. Brilliant. Okay, taking the legs wider, we're just going to do a gentle tap. So we're just going to do a soft bend in the middle, just nice and shallow, and then tap with the foot. So we're just shifting the weight side to side. Keep like a slight bend in the knees. You don't want to lock the legs out straight. So just waking up those legs. Then either keep your hands on your hips, or we can just add in the arms to just gently reach across. So you don't have to follow my timing, just do this at a pace that's comfortable for you. And now take those arms up on the diagonal. Fantastic. And back across in front of the chest. And back up on the diagonal. Okay, a bit of coordination now. We're going to do both arms together. Waking up all around the shoulders as well. Fantastic. Okay, keeping the legs the same distance and keeping that nice soft bend in the knee. We're just going to lift the heels up towards the bum. Do some leg curls. And again, keep your hands on your hips if that's comfortable. Or add in the arms and you want to pull down as the leg lifts up. Fantastic. Okay, now reach the arms forward and back, so you're pulling back as the heel lifts. Brilliant. And up and down again. And forward and back. Lovely. Okay, hold it there. We're just going to take now a nice simple box step forward. So it's just a wide step forward and back. Again, loosening up all through the hips as well by going wide. Now change the leg that you lead with. And change again. And change. One more. Fantastic. Okay, next, I'm going to try and do a little bit of balance. If you need to lightly touch on a wall or a chair, that's absolutely fine. But balancing on one leg, we're then going to just tap the foot, the opposite foot, gently on the floor, semicircle, you can say it, behind and tap again. So if I show you from the side, you can see my feet. Tap, and then we're going to circle round. And we're just going gently back and two. So like tapping at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So again, increasing that range of movement through the hip, but you're also working stabilising muscles in the leg that you're standing on. Brilliant, well done. Okay, swap over legs. If you want, just have a little bit of a pedal. Surprising how much a standing leg can get a little bit achy from that. So again, we're going to step and round. Step and round. Just take this at your pace. And if you are leaning onto anything for balance, just make sure it's only a light touch, that you're not actually putting any weight through the arm. Fantastic. Just give that another little pedal. Right, I'm going to go back to the first leg that we started with, but this time we're just going to let the leg swing forwards and back. But what we want to do is, it's actually as the leg goes back, that's the main part of the movement we're concerned with. So you're driving it back, and as it goes back, squeeze the bump at the top, and then you're just allowing the leg to fall and pushing it back. So you're not trying to kick forward, you're driving the leg back, not too vigorously, squeeze the bump. Drive, squeeze, fall. Drive, squeeze, fall. So again, working through the hips, working your hamstring, working through your glute muscles, and quads. But we all spend so much time often sitting, and just sitting, even going in, online meeting to online meeting. You don't have a chance to get up out of the chair sometimes. So you can find that all around your pelvic area, your hips, kind of become quite stiff. Okay, hold it there, another little pedal, and on the opposite side, same again. So drive, squeeze the bum, leg falls, drive, squeeze, fall. Fantastic. That's brilliant, well done. My legs must have got longer. Okay, hold it there, pedal again. And just one last movement of that is exactly the same idea, but we're going to let the leg go in front of the body and out to the side. So again, it's the drive out to the side that's the main part of the movement. And then you're just moving the leg across in front. How weak some of your muscles have gone that you just don't use that often anymore. So if you have been finding that you've been getting perhaps more hip pain or knee pain, you might find that the muscles around those joints aren't quite as strong as they once were. Little pedal, and then same on the other side. Don't worry if you lose your balance, just reset and try again. You might find it tighter on one side than the other. Just see how your body feels, try and make note of anything. Lovely, well done. One more. Okay, pedal off again. Now we're just going to do some heel raises. So lifting up the heels, but we're extending all the way up, so we're lifting that hip as well. So up onto the toes on both legs, but as we go up, lifting that hip. So if I keep my hands there, you can see how my hips are rocking up and down. Just lengthen out. Lovely, well done. Okay, and then just give those shoulders a nice roll back. Ease out any clicks, clunks. Get some movement through the shoulders. Brilliant. A lot of these things like the shoulder rolls and the heel raises where you're lifting the hips are things that you can just do, not necessarily as part of an exercise session, but if you've just got 5 minutes and you can get up out of the chair, it's good to just keep that mobility. Okay, grab a quick drink if you've got one. Obviously have a drink at any time. I'm going to take it back into our march. Now, with any of these moves, if you want to keep it in a march, that's fine. You just stay at a pace and a speed that's comfortable for you. If you're feeling okay, you can always alternate. You can take this into a really gentle jog. Nice and light on the toes, but again, whether you're marching or jogging, just keep those arms moving. The more parts that you move, the more exercise that you get. Now we're going to add in some arm movements now, so we're just going to keep the legs moving. And all we're going to do is reach up, down, out. So just reaching through those fingertips, going up and out. Again, do this a little bit faster if you feel able, or just keep it nice and steady. Okay, we'll do 4 more. Brilliant. Last one, but keep moving. But now we're going to do one arm, the other arm, and then both arms up. So if you want to speed it up, you can do it in time with your feet that you're jogging. Single, single, double. Fantastic. You might not feel like you're doing too much, or you might, but the longer that you just keep progressing and adding moves on, you'll soon realise. Okay, 2 more of these. Fantastic. Okay, what we're going to do now is just slow it back into the march. But what we want to do is make it so that we're actually putting effort in now. So we are really moving those arms. We're picking the knees up. So picking them up more than when you were jogging. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 marches together, and then we're going to go wide for 4. So together for 4, wide for 4. But if you look, again, it's a strange movement, but look how I'm really picking my legs up when I go wide. You don't want to be too low. So you can actually put some effort in. Fantastic, well done. Okay, now bring the legs back together. I'm going to go back into our box step. So I'm going to try and keep the heart rate on an increased level now. Just keep adding moves on. Yeah, if you're wearing a fitness tracker, we've done it in some of our other sessions, let's just change leg, where you can see how many steps you can actually do in just 25-30 minutes, going towards your daily total amount. Change the leg again. And change again. Fantastic. Okay, holding it there. What we're going to do is like we did before, where we were doing the leg curls. But what we're going to do You're going to start at one side, whichever space you're working in. I'm just going to take 2 steps. I'm going to curl the leg at the end, okay? So it's 1, 2, curl. 1, 2, curl. You can swing the arms, it just helps with some momentum. And again, keep a slight bend in those knees, don't lock the legs out straight. If you want to make this more difficult, obviously you can go faster. Really put some kind of bouncy movements in, so you're almost doing like a mini jump, or just keep it nice and steady. Fantastic, well done. So you can make that arm movement slightly more exaggerated as well, so you're pulling back with the arms. Fantastic, well done. Okay, hold it here just while we go through the next move, which is exactly just like what we've been moving. Instead of a leg curl, we're just going to do a knee raise. Okay, so just practice what it feels like to do a knee raise. Same movement with the arms, but what we'll do is we'll do that in the side steps as well. So we'll go 1, 2, knee, 1, 2, knee. Don't worry if you're keeping it quite low and you're just lifting slightly, or if you've got the range of movement, then drive that knee forward. It's a workout for you, not for anyone else. Fantastic, well done. Make sure I keep an eye on the time. 25 minutes. Brilliant, keep going. Okay, hold it there. Same kind of action with the knees, but we're just going to do a knee repeater. So again, you can lightly rest on something if you need to just for balance, but it is good to work on your balance as well, so as you progress through, you might want to start holding lightly on and then try a few without. But we're basically just going to be driving the knee up and back. You might want to add in the arms. So again, pull down as you lift the leg up and stretch out, so it's up to you. You can either just keep it there, use the arm, just helps with momentum. You then build up to just moving the arms here, and then progress to extending them out. And again, go as fast or as slow as you like, but start thinking with some of these exercises, try and keep those tummy muscles, your core, engaged nice and tight, which I always say, don't breathe in and hold your breath, but if you imagine that a football was being kicked and it was going to hit you in the stomach, and you would brace so you can feel how it gets just like having a big tight band around you. That's what you want to do. Okay, last two. Exactly the same on the other side. So again, if you want, just keep the arm there, lightly hold on and drive up. Can you see as well that I've got a slight bend? I'm not locked out. And then when you get the hang of that, you can just bring the arms slightly forward. Just take concentration, and then you can progress again, driving all the way up and out. Keep going, well done. Last two. Fantastic, well done. Grab a drink. Hopefully you're feeling my heart is raised now. So all we're going to do is one last jog before we're going to move on to using the towel or the resistance bands. You can do this as a march. What we're going to do now is pick those knees up. So high knees. Keep going. And and then lower the knees back down, but keep jogging. And then what we're going to do next is bring those heels up under the bum. I don't want you to do this like you might sometimes see when you see people trying to flick up. It's not that. Bringing the heel up, touching underneath the bum. Okay, lower it back down. High knees again. And again, if you're marching, it's the same. Lower it back down. And heels up. So it's the same movement. You're just either doing it faster and jogging or slower and marching. Obviously, if you're doing it marching, then there's less impact on your knee joints as well. So always plenty of options. Okay, lower it back down. Okay, grab your towel or your resistance band. I will use my towel just to prove it can be done. Just loosely roll it over. Right, first I'm going to do bicep curls. I bet most of you have never done a bicep curl with a towel. Who knew? When I say with these, what we're going to do is hold your knee and get elbows in just deeply to your side. Palms up, towel is across. You're gripping it. What you want to do is pull. So add a little bit of resistance to the towel. But remember, this isn't elastic and you're not trying to rip the towel in two because your arms will get a little bit achy. So just pull so there's a little bit of tension. And then all we're going to do is from down here, you're going to bring the arms up to the chest and lower back down. So 1, 2, up, 1, 2, down. If it's too easy, pull the towel a little bit tighter. So you want to keep that tightness the same as you pull up and you lower down. If it's too difficult, then obviously pull a little bit less tight on the towel. Brilliant. Okay, on the next one, pull up, but then extend the arms out, back and down. So pull up, out, back and down. Fantastic, well done. If you have got the resistance on, you will be feeling this because we're just going to do these movements all back to back. Fantastic. Okay, now we're going to do from this position, we're just going to lift up and down, up and down. And now lower back down, so we're going to do that all in one. So pull up, push up, down, down, pull up, down, down. Brilliant, well done. 2 more. Okay, all you're going to do now is turn the hands over so that your palms are now facing down towards the floor. Same distance so that your elbows are just neatly tucked into the side, but then we're just going to lift up and down. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Make sure you still got the resistance on the towel. So we're working the triceps now. Brilliant, keep going, well done. Nearly there. Okay, when we get out this time, we're just going to turn around to the side and forward. And just keep side, forward. But what you're doing is turning from your waist. So you're not just turning your shoulders and the body's stopping, it's the waist and you go around. Okay, other side, remember from the waist, twisting round. One more. And relax. Give yourself your arms a little shake around. Fantastic, well done. Okay, my clock is saying about 25 minutes now, but I was talking for a few seconds at the start. But we'll just quickly cool down, but please remember you can do additional little stretches at home, perhaps as you're just getting ready for maybe your next meeting or to start. Just give those shoulders another roll around. And then just reach out as though you were grabbing the seatbelt in the car. So we're stretching out through the chest and the inside of the arm, and just allow your eyes to follow down to the end of your fingertips. One more each side, just as we've just been doing those arm exercises, just loosen them off. So, 2 more each side. Okay, we'll just do some, bring the knees under again, just slow, just releasing any tension in the legs. And then take it wider again, and we'll just really slow, gentle leg curls again. Fantastic, well done. Okay, just go to the side again. We're just going to do a few gentle swoops down. So back leg is bent, the front leg is straight, heels down, toes up, and try and hinge from those hips. So it's just stretching out through those hamstrings. So what you're trying to do is you don't want to hunch over. So just try and remember, hinge from the hips. Fantastic, all done. Well done everybody. Of course, if there's any part of that session you want to do more of, now you know what to do. You've got some of the exercise ideas for using a towel or a resistance band. You can do this in your own time whenever you want. And we'll be back with our second session next week. Okay, have a lovely day and see you soon.